Hey, and welcome back to Abandoned Oz. I'm currently at Sydney Central Station. Now, some of you may have noticed the construction set of screen just there, just off the end of platform number 1 at Central. Or you could also see it out from Lee Street, George Street, or the Colonnade at Central Station. Companies built and Obayashi are constructing a 39-level glass and hybrid timber office tower. It'll be the Atlassian headquarters, Australia. I'm pretty sure Atlassian's how you pronounce the name. I had to look that up on YouTube to see how to pronounce that because I was actually pronouncing it Atlassian for some reason like that. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of explain what the building was. And yeah, it's going to be a 39-story glass and hybrid timber office tower. And it's going to stand pretty damn tall over Central Station. I'll end up putting a photo or two of the, what do you call it? The artist impressions in just a moment. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to walk beyond the canopies here so you can get a good look at it from the platforms. And then we're going to go around to the colonnade so you can get a proper look at it there. And there might be something that I'll end up doing a couple of construction updates for because, as most of you know, the face of Sydney is just changing so rapidly, and I kind of just want to document these things so those of you who are interested can just look back at when times were different. That's what Abandoned Oz is about. Abandoned Oz used to just be about exploring abandoned houses and things like that, but yeah, definitely not anymore. I'm going to sort of appreciate the wider history of Sydney and the rest of the country, but I'm based in Sydney. So now I've got to race against time because we've got this Oscar train coming in. So we'll just have a look here. So that's the view from platform 8. That's the view of an Oscar. Jeez. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head around to the colonnade. So we'll get a better look at it there. And there's also a beautiful old building that I was actually worried was going to get demolished for some reason, but it's not, thank goodness. And from there we'll have a look at some artist impressions and things like that. Some of you might recall down platform 1 at Central, where it's all sort of cordoned off there. There used to be a couple of they were just mock-ups, of old wooden train carriages. They were demolished with the YHA, it's like a backpackers accommodation kind of thing, which stood in the spot of the new building. Anyway, the YHA is going to be rebuilt at the base of the Atlassian building, as well as some retail and things like that, and plenty of office space in the 39 floors above. So we'll just head out to the colonnade, which is just here. So where we'll see a much better view of this building. Okay, we're now in the colonnade. This area will also change massively in coming years. So you can see the construction there. That'll be built 39 stories high. And if you want more information about this, like much more in-depth look at what's happening, you can just go to their website, which I've put a link to that in the description. And you can see the building to the right is the old post office on Lee Street. I don't mind the look of the building through the artist impressions, which I'll show you in just a moment when we get to a suitable spot. Sort of new and old sitting next to each other. without getting flattened by a car, I'll just head across here. While looking at this, I'll just pop in a couple of artist impression photos. Now, this construction isn't exactly part of that whole central precinct, as you might have seen a video or 3 back, where Central Sydney Terminal, like the interstate country platforms, all that stuff, will be built over. Don't think this is part of it, but it'll definitely be incorporated once that construction starts. That probably won't start for a while. If you have no bloody idea what I'm talking about, I'll put a link to that video in the description so you can have a bit more of a look at that, because as part of that video, this Atlassian Central building wasn't included. And if I'm pronouncing Atlassian wrong, please let me know. And just like a lot of other construction sites around Sydney, they do put old photos of Central. This one being of the colonnade and the beautiful sandstone building and clock tower back in 1956. And this here, is Railway Square. And this is a beautiful old post office. Very good building. I'm not too sure what it's going to be used as once the Atlassian building's complete. It's now used as the kind of like the office area for the company built. It used to be the post house. Looks like there's a bit of retail in there as well. But I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, it used to be Adina Apartments, I think, before the pandemic hit and everything like that. Also got some shops and things on the side. Used to have a Krispy Kremes here, but now it's just like clothing, got a coffee shop and a barber and everything like that. As part of this project, the end of the Devonshire Tunnel's been blocked off and is sort of very, very slight detour into the tunnel. But yeah, this is something I'll definitely come back like every, I don't know, I'm at Central every day, but come back every month or 2 or whatever, whenever I notice some significant changes as the building gets taller, just to have a bit of a, I don't know, a series happening here, and then I might be able to make like a playlist for this series, because there's been a number of things around, not just Central, but everywhere, where I wish that I, kind of just walked around and did a video of all these different things, before construction started, so we sort of know what it looked like beforehand and things like that. I think it's a good idea anyway. That's my idea. And again, if you don't know what the Devonshire pedestrian tunnel is, it is this. I did a video on that as well, so if you want to watch that, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Now I have to remember to do that. Anyway, that's it. That's all for this video. That's the construction. That's what's happening. I'll get to some sort of little updates here and there. But thanks for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video, all that good stuff. It's all greatly appreciated and definitely helps the channel grow. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.